Hi, my name is Jennifer Morris, and this is Fundamentals of Public Speaking. My professor's name is Julie Blair. This is going to be an informative speech, and this is going to be regarding autism awareness. Um, the purpose of the speech is I would like to make my audience more aware and more knowledgeable about autism. Autism is a brain development disorder that has been affecting children in a huge way in the United States since 1995. Imagine knowing that you were different but not knowing really why or what was different about you. Imagine being dropped off in a foreign country, not knowing anything about their language or anything about their culture, and being expected to just start functioning normally in that society. This is as close as I can tell you as to what it might feel like of being an autistic child. My son is autistic, and I see him every day trying very hard to communicate. He just can't effectively do that, no matter how hard that he tries, and no matter what his point is that he's trying to get across. He just really struggles trying to do that. I would like to talk to you today about the research that was done in 2012, some statistics, and really what autism is, what it means, and how children are affected by that. In order to understand autism, you must first know what it means to have this disorder. Um, Autism is a general term for a group of complex disorders of brain development. This disorder is characterized by different degrees. By the child's difficulty in social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, and repetitive behavior. It is that um, our autism spectrum, it's also known as ASD or autism and Asperger's, all fall under the autism spectrum, with some cases being more severe than others. Asperger's is the highest functioning form of autism that is actually currently on the spectrum. Autism has become an epidemic in the United States, in my opinion, and I'm going to tell you why. According to TACA, which is Talk About Curing Autism, in 1970, 1 in every 100,000 children born in America was born with autism. And in 2012, it was 1 in every 88. And these numbers are absolutely shocking, and it really makes you wonder, how did those numbers change so dramatically over that period of time? And nobody knows that. That's what all the research and things like that is for. Do you know that boys are 4 times more likely to have autism than girls? And again, have no idea why. And also, according to TACA, in 2012, research has made made it possible to obtain a diagnosis as early as 2 years of age. Also, researchers can detect signs of the disorder as early as 6 to 12 months. So that's some pretty good progress. 10 years ago, when my child was diagnosed with autism, the earliest a child could be diagnosed was at the age of 4. So that's good. That's 2 years of extra learning and 2 years of pushing this child's in a forward manner for his future to be more productive. There right now in the United States, there's 1.5 million people with autism. And autism really needs more funding. In 2009, the funding for autism was $79 million a year, and that sounds like a huge whopping number, but muscular dystrophy, which obviously has been more known about, has been around longer than about 1995 is when autism really come about and everybody really started being diagnosed, and the epidemic really started about 1995. So I know that muscular dystrophy has been around for a long time, and they've had a lot more time to do research on it. Muscular dystrophy, their funding is $162 million a year. Leukemia is $277 million a year. So we just simply need to get the research dollars up for autism so we can find a cure and work on, finding a cause and a cure. Um, this is what is eventually going to find a cure for this. I truly believe that. So every walk that anybody gets involved with is definitely going to help. Any piece of merchandise that sponsors autism is definitely going to help. According to AutismSpeaks.org, doctors are now able to see to use a special kind of MRI. It's called a diffusion tensor imaging. This is being able to see that the difference in children's brains for autism. They measure the white matter as early as 6 months old. They can see the difference between a child's brain that has autism versus a child's brain that does not have autism. So that's huge progress. Progress is promising. It's taking promising medicine out of laboratories and into clinical trials. So that's very, very good. Funding is truly, truly, truly making the difference. I hope that I was able to give you more information about this disorder that is absolutely sweeping across our nation. We've covered statistics, research findings, the progress we have made with research, and what autism is, and I'd like to give you some information more about autism. You can go to tacanow.org. You can find information there, or you can also go to autismspeaks.org. You can also find autism there, and that'll tell you even more about it than what I was able to cover here. And you can also help with research and help find the cause, and that would lead to the cure. Thank you very much for listening to my speech. Have a good night.